All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So we have this new report that just surfaced suggesting that the Jets are Aaron Glenn's top choice, the number one destination for Aaron Glenn. Now, I got to be honest, of course, great news, right, for, fans that want Aaron Glenn. But I do feel like this is a little bit premature because although this might be true, the Jets don't have a general manager at this point in time. And you got to imagine that general manager decision will directly impact Aaron Glenn's choice. If it's Jets Jets right here and the Saints right here, and the Jets go out and hire a GM that Aaron Glenn does not know or does not want to work with, could that change Glenn's opinion? 100%. So although it is relevant, although it is, important to talk about, hey, the Jets, as we stand today, again, assuming that this report is true here, this is Glenn's number one choice, how things are currently structured with the roster holes, with the cap situation. That is, again, if you're a fan of Aaron Glenn, if you want Aaron Glenn, that is a humongous positive. Now, the Jets have already met with Glenn, and Glenn has interviewed with a bunch of different teams, Jets, Jaguars, I'm sure the Raiders are on the horizon, if not already. Also, I think the whole Dallas Cowboys situation is interesting, right? Really trying to nail that, trying to come up with a couple different candidates that make sense for that Cowboys job. It's actually pretty difficult. The name I keep coming back to is Kellen Moore. And, obviously spent time with the Dallas Cowboys, has had success with that group, with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott will be there. Kellen Moore knows the owner. He knows the city. He knows the market. He knows the team. And in essence, you're essentially weakening a division rival here in the Philadelphia Eagles. But could Aaron Glenn be be an option for the Dallas Cowboys? I would say he's probably going to be looked at and viewed as a as a viable candidate. But I just feel like because the Saints and the Jets have had such a leg up on the timing of it all, it really makes like Glenn in either destinations. I mean, man, like I could just picture it happening, right? I could envision Aaron Glenn sitting up there with the, with Jets merch on, giving his introductory press conference. The team that he's played for, the team that he has connections to, knows Mike Tannenbaum, right? Parcells guy. Like, there's so many different connections that you can make with Aaron Glenn and the Jets. Especially if the Jets go out and hire Chris Spielman as general manager or a Lance Newmark. Like they are direct ties to the Detroit Lions. Could we take a page out of the Lions book? And if we think back, the Detroit Lions were one of those teams where it's like, hey, lots of losing, lots of dysfunction, ownership questions until they hired the right people. Things changed. Could we follow that same path? I mean, I admittedly would love that, right? I would love it if the Jets took a page out of the Lions playbook here and, really try to focus and hone in on creating a culture. Sorry, we got this Lamborghini right near me. See if you can see it. Sweet. But in any case, yeah, Glenn, we'll see how it all plays out. I'm not 100% going to say, oh, it's done or anything like that. Obviously, the Jets have got to, figure out the second interviews and everything like that. But all signs right now, I would say, are pointing to Aaron Glenn as the favorite at this point. Again, things could change with general manager. We'll see how that plays out. That could sway it positively. It could sway it negatively. Only time will tell here. And I'm expecting by this weekend, or at least, maybe Thursday night, Friday morning, the list of the second interviews for the Jets GM spot should come out. I think at this point, we've talked to enough people. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm smarter than a Mike Tannenbaum, I'm smarter than a Rick Spielman, but I feel like we've gotten the lay of the land. We've talked to multiple candidates, offense, defense, older guys, younger guys. We've former GMs, first year GMs, guys from different coaching trees and different organizations, some of the top guys, some not so guys that aren't really talked about all that much. We should have an idea on who's impressing and who isn't. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it, and as always, go Jets.